Let's take you through other stories on our bulletin tonight. We will take you back to our lead story, where we talked about at least 13 people being killed in a devastating attack on the Gobirawa community in Dutsinma local government. Eyewitness reports say homes were torched and animals slaughtered as the assault marks a sinister shift in tactics by the bandits and appears to be a psychological warfare aimed at terrorizing residents into submission. Eyewitnesses say, unlike previous raids, which focused on looting, the latest assault was characterized by destruction and brutality. Let's bring in our correspondent now, Jamil Mabai. He's been covering the story. He joins me live from Katsina. Hello, Jamil. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Can you describe for our viewers what the community under attack is like and what prompted this brutal assault?
Okay, what happened was, Gobirawa community has been one of the most resilient communities when it comes to defending their own territory. And, bandits have succeeded in bringing or making other little communities to bow to their pressure. What I mean by that is they force them into having some kind of a peaceful arrangement where communities are fed up. So we have this arrangement. We're going to allow the bandits to do whatever they do in as much as they're not going to attack us. And Gobirawa community for a long period of time have these functional vigilante groups who have been proactive in defending their communities. But this time around, the bandits came with, a vengeance, with something that has never seen, and we have never seen something like this. They came, usually when they come to, communities, they steal items, they go away with their livestock and whatever they can get their hands on. But this time around, nothing was taken, nothing was stolen. They began to burn houses and, kill people. And the most horrific among them was, 5 young boys that were burnt alive by these bandits. And what happened? They were trying to escape when the bandits stormed Gobirawa village. They find, a place where they hid. Unfortunately, the bandits saw them and they put, where they were on fire. And they stayed until the fire completely burned. One of them tried to escape. When he came out, they shot him. And there was another, 3 young men who were also burnt alive. They sought refuge in one of the houses there. And the bandits came in, they saw them, they locked the door, they pushed them inside and locked the door. And they put petrol in those rooms and, started the fire. One of them, according to witnesses, according to some of them that I've interviewed, they told me that he was begging the bandits to shoot him with the AK-47, then to allow him to burn, under the fire. But they, what they did was to even pour more petrol onto his body, and that was how he died. We were able to also visit, the cemeteries where their bones, were buried. And, a lot of their food items, cars, as you can see from the screen, were burned. And also 8 people were shot. So a total of 12 people died. A total of 14 houses were burned. And a total of 8 shops were also burned. And that was what really happened. And experts are saying this is, a shift in tactical, attacks by these bandits, because we've never seen something like this. And the only reason why these bandits could do this is just to incite fear in the minds of these people. It's becoming more like a psychological warfare, incite fear into the community so that they can begin to leave these communities, and bandits can now come over and take control and take leadership of happenings, around the area.
Thank you so much for such a comprehensive report, which brings me to the question, if fear is what they're trying to incite in the people, Is it working? What is the mood like now in that community?
Yeah, of course it's working. You know, for the first time we've met a community that has been resilient for over 5 years. They've been defending their top. For the first time that has been broken, and it was broken badly. You know, you have never seen, you know, elderly people, you interviewing them and they're crying woefully, you know. So it's, and you can see the families leaving, you know, from the pictures they've shown. You can see them, the women are leaving. One person said it's a community of over 10,000 people. And yesterday, not a single lady, not a single woman, you know, slept in that village. And the people are leaving. The head of the community told me that he's going to leave.
Jamil?
Because help is not coming.
Clearly, these people are now living in fear. But quickly before you go, what has been the government's response to this?
The government is yet to respond to any or release any statement. The attack happened on Saturday, and we were there today early in the morning, and we left around 3 p.m. and we have not seen any government official. And we asked them whether any government representative or House of Reps or any other politician of whatever sort has, you know, reached out to them, you know, to console them. They said none has done that. So, but we don't know, maybe probably tomorrow or next tomorrow.
Jamil, we're hoping that the government will respond soon. Just keep an eye on that story for us. Thank you so much for that brilliant reporting. Thank you, and stay safe.